Quitting sugar is hard. I know, I've been there. I've had a sweet tooth all my life, but when I finally gave up sugar, it transformed my skin, my energy, and my confidence. But it's not easy, which is why I created 3 steps to make it easier for me and will make it easier for you too. In this video, I'm going to share those 3 steps with you so you can start your own sugar-free journey and rediscover your glow. And I have a free download, something that I use to quit sugar for good. Welcome to Nourish and Glow. I'm BB, a qualified facialist, a food entrepreneur, and a woman in my 50s. A few years ago, I was running a very busy afternoon tea catering company. Busy and stressful. I had no time to plan or prepare healthy meals. So I just ended up eating cake every day, all day, because I was surrounded by it and it was so much easier. But as you can imagine, I ended up putting on weight. I felt exhausted and it was all showing on my face. Like this. Red, blotchy, blackheads. But when I finally quit sugar, my skin was transformed. Look. So I want to tell you that it is possible to turn a situation like this around, even over 50. In this picture, I was 52. But at the time, I felt like I was in this cycle that I just couldn't get myself out of. So I needed to do something drastic. The best thing to do was to step away from my business, and I had to stop eating sugar. The only way for me to do that was to cut all sugar out. That's not easy, which is why I decided to create 3 steps that I could follow and to make it as easy as possible for myself. Let me start with step 1, log what you eat. So the first thing I started to do was to track what I was eating, not just the sweet stuff, but everything. What I was eating, when I was eating, and how I felt before and after. Because I needed to understand why I craved sweet things. Was it because I hadn't eaten enough protein perhaps in my day, or I'd left it too long between meals? Was I upset? Was I tired? Was I feeling stressed? By tracking what I was eating and how I felt, I discovered that most of the time I wasn't craving sugar because I was hungry, but because I was tired or bored. And the evenings, usually around 8 or 9 p.m, were when I really wanted something sweet. This logging of my food and feelings was the first step in changing my behaviour around sugar. And I did this every day for a week before I even tried to stop eating sugar. Once I understood my cravings, I moved on to step 2. And this one is crucial. Get rid of all sweet things from your house, your car, your handbag or your backpack, your immediate work environment. It might seem a bit drastic, but you need to make it easier for yourself to resist those sweet cravings when you get them. And it'll be so much easier if you don't have any sweet things around you. I cleared out my kitchen cupboards and got rid of everything sweet. Cakes, biscuits, chocolate, even things like jam, honey, and dried fruit. And also butter and flour so that I wouldn't be tempted to bake a cake. This step is so important for me because I know when it's 8 o'clock at night and I'm feeling tired, that if there is nothing in my house, then it's going to be a lot easier for me to ignore that craving. The alternative would be having a secret stash of chocolate somewhere and having to use all my willpower to resist that craving. I don't know about you, but there is absolutely no way I'd be able to do that. It's surprising that over time it does become easier, and that will be a great feeling, I promise. Step 3, always have a plan. When you're trying to change a habit or behaviour, you have to be organised. Otherwise, it can be a lot harder to do. And you make it easy for yourself by planning ahead. So, if we go back to step 1, where we logged what we ate and how we felt, it can really help to put a plan in place for those situations when you know you'll want to reach for something sweet. I know that I crave sweet things when I'm tired and usually in the evening. So if I've got a full day ahead and won't be home until late, I will prepare something the day before. So when I get home, it's late, I'm feeling tired and I start looking for a treat to perk me up, I have something ready. Maybe some yogurt with berries, some flaked almonds or seeds, and perhaps a little dark chocolate grated on top. And as we eat with our eyes, I will also make sure it looks really appetizing. So when I open the fridge, I immediately think, that looks nice, I want to eat that, rather than something not quite so healthy. I'll layer it in a glass with perhaps some fresh mint leaves on top too. Another tip that really helps me to plan ahead is when I'm going out to eat. I'll go online and I'll check the menu and decide in advance what I'm going to order. I will also have a look at the desserts too, because why not? And if I find something really tempting, like tiramisu, I'll plan to order a starter as well as a main, or maybe a main and an extra side dish, just to make sure I'm really full after my main course and have no room for dessert. It doesn't mean you can never have dessert again, because that would just be too sad. But for those times when you are really trying to reduce your sugar intake, having a plan really helps make it easier for yourself. That's my story of how I quit sugar and the 3 steps that made it possible. Log what you eat, clear out all the sweet stuff, and always have a plan. Remember, it's not about perfection. No one can eat healthy all the time. At least, not anyone I know. And these before and after photos are proof that glowing skin starts within. And it's never too late to make changes, even if you are over 50. It does take time though, but healthy eating and a consistent skincare routine will transform your skin at any age. If you've decided you really want to give up sugar, I have a free download for you of my food and feelings template. And if you missed my video on what sugar does to your skin, and its free download of my recipe booklet with 5 healthier sweet treat recipes with no added sugar in them, you can watch it here. And I have another video coming soon where I share with you the top 5 skin-loving foods that really help me to get my glow back. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss that one. I post videos every week with tips on radiant skin, healthy food, and how to rediscover your glow after 50. And don't forget to download my food and feelings log sheet. It's the first step to help you understand your cravings and will make giving up sugar so much easier. I did it, and you can do it too.